Getting ready to watch the Vegas Golden Knights and Anaheim Ducks here at T-Mobile Arena. Check me out, Vegas Golden Knights coverage. But right now you're watching Post to Post.
Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. Second big trade we're going to discuss here. We haven't discussed this off camera. I have no idea how you feel. Thomas Tatar was traded to the Vegas Golden Knights for some pretty sweet, juicy picks.
Yeah.
So the trade reads as Thomas Tatar goes for 2018 first, a 2019 second, and a 2021 third. Wow.
Which for Vegas, with all the picks they've got, is just like, yeah, okay.
But they lose their first-round pick for this coming year.
They do.
Which was not in their plan to do when the season started. However, it does add quite a bit to their team. I was going to pick a winner, but like it's so hard to pick a winner with these picks, like because we don't know what they're going to turn into. But I think I still will say I think the Red Wings win this trade because number one, they have cap issues, so it gets the contract off the books.
They had to offload that salary.
Number two, they get 3 picks. Their worst pick being a third-round pick. Usually fourth and fifth round picks don't really turn into anything. You get the odd third pick that definitely does. Usually a second and a first pick. First pick's usually always making it to the NHL pretty quick.
Yep.
So I like this move by the Red Wings. Thomas Tatar is signed to the 2021 season. He's making $5.3 million. There was no salary retention in this, so this was a really good trade financially for the Detroit Red Wings.
I agree. For the long term, Detroit wasn't going anywhere this year. Obviously, they're a seller. And they get rid of a guy who really deserves to play on a contender team.
Yep.
After the work he's put in. And they get these 3 pieces in return that don't cost them any money right now because they haven't chosen those players. So nothing comes off their cap. That was the biggest issue that they had to address, is salary.
Yep. And
they offloaded a lot of salary right there. Boom, gone. Tatar's about half a point a game player.
He's a very good
contributor.
Offensive player. He's going to fit in really nicely.
He will.
In Vegas, I have no idea what line he's going to play on. That's going to shake things up a little bit because Vegas is one of those teams, a little bit like Nashville. They don't juggle the lines a lot like some of the other teams in the NHL. So it's going to be it might add a little bit of tension between the players depending on where he goes. But I think they're probably excited for him to be there because of the offensive power that he brings. He's I would say a shootout specialist. He's very talented, very good stick handler. I think it's going to be a great addition to the team.
I was wondering if Vegas was going to really be in the game today, trade-wise, because we've talked in the past about how they have this unique chemistry built in the dressing room and how everything works perfectly. And anytime you add an additional ingredient there, you run, not that Tatar's a head case or anything, but you run the risk of just juggling that chemical.
Chemistry.
So I don't know if that is something that they would have preferred to avoid if they could, but maybe this was too good to pass up. I don't know.
The Golden Knights were trying very hard to make a deal happen for Karlsson.
They were.
And that really surprised me.
Yeah,
because
me
they
too.
would have had to give up way more picks than this to get Karlsson.
Oh, yeah, way more.
And it could have jeopardized their future. Karlsson's a generational defenseman. So. And
apparently Tatar was choice number 2. The Knights were pushing hard for Karlsson, and only when it got to the 11th hour and they realized this is not going to happen, we can't pay what they want, they pivoted and went to Detroit and picked up the phone and said, okay, let's go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else to say on this specific deal? Or
it makes the Vegas Golden Knights stronger, and they're already really strong. So I think that bodes well for their playoff chances. I think they were already destined to go deep, and this just adds an extra element for that.
I think what's important here is they didn't remove a roster player to get what they wanted. They love the team so much. They didn't want to remove a player, even an insignificant player. The chemistry is so important. It wouldn't be, not that hockey's fair, but it wouldn't be fair to remove a player considering how well they've done this season. So it was almost like a reward to the players that everyone stays.
That's a very good point, because the people who probably found out they were going to Vegas when they first found out a year ago, or almost a year ago, were like, oh, God, really? The expansion team, not this again. Am I going to end my career in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
And now it's the best year of their lives, probably every single one of them. maybe Fleury, maybe not, because he's got Stanley Cup rings,
He's
but
got 3 Stanley Cup
but
rings,
he's pretty happy where he's at.
Yeah.
Pretty happy. And someone tweeted earlier today, I wasn't able to follow the trade thing closely. You and AP were doing a great job. I checked in a little while and watched you guys. You're doing great.
We were live streaming.
And I was watching Twitter as well, because the real news is
I watch Twitter. That's where I found all my news.
Twitter's where it's at. And someone thoughtfully retweeted a tweet that had come from an NHL player agent. And he said, when all this is going on, and I'm paraphrasing him, but when all these trades are going on, don't forget that this isn't just an exchange for pieces of meat. These are people with families who don't know where they're going to be working tomorrow. And it could happen to almost any of them, those without no trade clauses, which is most of them. And just don't forget that family aspect, the personal aspect, the uncertainty, the stress of players who get traded. Some want to be traded because they're in a dead end, and others don't want to be traded. Who would want to be traded away from Vegas today? Nobody.
Exactly.
And thankfully, nobody was. Not one named person. So I think that's great.
Yeah, I said earlier hockey isn't fair, but hockey is supposed to be fair, but hockey's a business, and business usually isn't fair.
Yeah.
So it happens. It sucks, but it happens.
Yeah.
Guys uproot their lives to accommodate teams. So.
And the only person that had to uproot today was Thomas Tatar, and probably thrilled to do it.
In this specific trade.
In this particular trade. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets to go to the playoffs, and he's probably pretty excited, like you said. So,
I bet.
Yeah.
I would be.
All right, thanks for discussing this trade with me.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. We have 2 more videos to make on some other trades, and then a 3rd recap kind of video. So stay tuned for those. Subscribe if you're new. Like this video if you liked it, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios.